So I guess there are no ninth graders so far. We are going to discuss eighth graders first then. Let's see, this is January. This is January week 1. Well, actually it's week 2, but according to our schedule, we are going to think it as a week 1, all right? Last week we had a holiday. Good. I need your feedback all the time. Don't be afraid to interrupt me. Go on, ask questions, speak up, and
Teacher, what is like there's 26 unit or 26 units?
here, yeah, we have 26.
Is it page or unit?
Oh, it depends. Mainly, those are units, but it also depends on the book. In eighth graders, those are units. Those are all units in eighth graders. Yeah.
So we have to cover 25 and 26 units in first certificate language practice.
Exactly.
And until now, so we have to cover 7 units of masterclass and so on.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, understood.
And can I hear your progress? Where are you? Say in language practice. What is the unit?
Actually, I missed a lot of units, but I remember that I passed to unit 21, 22, 23, 24. These 4 units.
How about all those before 20? I'm sure you did it, you just don't remember them. But just in case, open the book later, not now. Open the book and scroll down and see what units you know for sure and which units you need revising again, maybe. So today we will start with language practice first certificate. 25, 26, let's see, where are they? I'm opening the book now. Sharing it with you. Okay. 25, 20, 24, 25, is it so? No, 25, 26. 25 is a consolidation unit. It means that it has many topics combined into one big set of exercises. And those topics are all previous topics like nouns, articles, and comparison. And unit 26 is actually a new topic, phrasal verbs. And there's really nothing for me to explain here. Mainly, this is a vocabulary unit. But still, let's open it up and see if you have any questions about phrasal verbs. Here we go. Verbs are often followed by particles like back, off, through, up. Those are prepositions. And sometimes both verb and a particle have their normal meaning. Other times it has a new meaning. Yeah, so what they're trying to say is that sometimes we have a verb and then we have some preposition going together, all right? But verb has its own meaning and the preposition has its own meaning and they just go together, like come back or go down. So going down basically means to go downstairs, maybe. Or what else? Take care. Come across. No, come across is actually a phrasal verb. Bring, and there's a bring up. So we have just a verb plus preposition. But in some other cases, that verb and that preposition are merged into each other so much that two different words together have formed third meaning. So these two words have actually different meaning from the original verb, right? That's why we call them phrasal verbs. They're not original verbs. Once they have added some specific preposition, they turn into a phrasal verb. Like bring up. Bring up can mean its straight actual meaning, like if you are in the second floor and you're asking your family member to bring up a glass of water for you, you can say, can you bring me a glass of water up? So from the first floor to the second floor. Anyway, in this case, it's not a phrasal verb. It's just a verb plus preposition. See? But if you want to say things like, my parents brought me up on their own, or my mother brought me up on her own. Bring up, in this case, turned into a phrasal verb. It means it had merged and it now renders totally different meaning. Bring up together as a phrasal verb means воспитать, взрастить, right? So принести вверх и взрастить, two different meanings, right? Принести вверх is just a verb plus preposition. Взрастить, воспитать, bring up is a phrasal verb. Any questions? Guys, please don't keep silent. Say something. So in this unit, you would have to decide whether given verbs are just verb plus prepositions or are they phrasal verbs, and then do exercises about them. Easy? Of course, it's not easy. I understand it's not that easy. To grasp the idea of what you have to do for the week is easy, yes. But doing them and then trying to have them on your mind forever is not an easy job. And it's not going to be done in a week. I understand that. But for you to keep all those phrasal verbs in your mind, you have to use them. You have to use them in your daily life. Try to bounce them off with your friends. Ask each other those phrasal verbs. Remind them and remind each other of those phrasal verbs. Then you would somehow grow them in your mind. Your neurons would grow stronger bonds, more associations. The more associations you would have with specific phrasal verbs, the better you learn it, and the less are the chances that you would forget it later. That's language practice. Our next book would be First Certificate Masterclass. Well, I don't think I'll have to explain. Should I open the book? Would you like me to open the book? Someone? You don't want me to open the book? Well, if you are quiet, it means you don't really need me opening that book. First Certificate of English, Use of English. Remember, we have done Use of English 1, and then today we're going to switch to the second book of it. So we have Use of English 2 as well. And if you haven't downloaded it in PDF versions, you do have it in your Telegram channels. If you couldn't find it, let me know. I'm going to send them again later. First certificate, use of English. Let's open. What's it about? This is how it looks like. FCE, use of English 2, Virginia Evans. And here, all in all, we've got 12 units. We do the first one first, test forms, tense forms. Again, explanation plus exercises, explanation, exercises. I don't think I'll have to explain anything about tenses. That's the first topic you have ever learned. So yeah, this is it. This is what you have to do in Use of English 2, Unit 1, all right? Closing it now. The third book would be, fourth book actually, would be First Certificate Reading, Unit 13. I'm opening it now. How do you like reading? I mean, FC reading. So this is how the first certificate reading looks like. We do Unit 13. Unit 13 is about transport. So you do some phrasal verbs with noun break, verb break. That's it. Again, this is a big set of exercises we have to deal with. They are quite easy. Okay, here it is. Unit 13, transport. Developing reading skills, so you'd have to do several reading comprehension exercises, like unit exercise 2 and 3. You read this text, and then you do more. And then there's language development. It gives you some more interesting phrasal verbs. Here they are in the box. Use of English exercises, and that's it. Quite short. This is what you do for the week. And last we've got grammar and usage for FCE and vocabulary for FCE, units 25 and 26. Let's open them. Oh no, that's not it. Here we go. I like this book. It's quite short but very informative. Grammar and usage for FCE. And this book, I have been introduced to this book when I was 10th grade. And I regretted that I haven't seen it earlier. So now you are seeing it in 8th grade, which is nice. Very good book, interesting, short, and informative. Exactly what you need. Exercises 25 and 26 are about confusing pairs. So those are about pairs of words that sound similar, maybe even written in similar ways, but have different meanings. And 26 is about the use of some any. Here we go. Grammar and usage for FCE. This is what it looks like. The next book would be about test your vocabulary. Test your vocabulary. quite short. Same units, 25 and 26. Here they are, about travel and holidays. Good topics. That's all we've got to do as 8th graders. All right, now 8th graders among us, do you have any questions?
No.
No questions? Wow, okay. Very clever students we are. Shall we talk about an 8th grader, 9th grader topics? Are they here, 9th graders? So here we go. 9th graders have fewer books. Nevertheless, they are more difficult in a way. You know, advanced level, it has lots of nuances and exceptions. You have to mind them all. And if you are a good Olympiad student, you wouldn't limit yourself to these books only. You would have some other books to study at the same time, right? But this is what will pay off later in your life. Anyway, this is January 1st week. Advanced language practice, we do units 25, 26. Grammar and use, 4 units, 49 to 52. Vocabulary in use, similar units. And how do we advance to unit 7? That's it. That's all you've got to do. If there are no 9th graders, I don't think you would have any questions. But still, do you have any questions? I thought I would write something here if you would have any grammar related questions. Well, okay, if you don't, I am going to end this recording. Thank you very much for being here. See you on Monday. On Saturday, as usual, I'm sending your weekly quizzes. Bye-bye.